Howdy folks, EJ here on a lovely little mushroomy island, and today I'm going to show you 3 weird glitches that you can do in Minecraft with pistons. Now the reason I'm here is because I want to show you my awesome survival house that I built. Wait, sheep, what the heck are you doing in my house? No matter, I have installed a vanilla/kill command that will destroy you, you dang sheep. Let me go ahead and press this button just to prove that their command block output is on. So that activated the mechanism just with a command block to save time, and boom, you are dead, sheep. So basically what this is a weird piston/anvil glitch that will cause me to die. As you can see, this room is secure except for this one hole in the floor. Ow. And the only commands, again, are just setting a block down here to be an anvil to activate the mechanism without me needing to come down here manually and place an anvil, or have a mechanism down here that will actually put a whole bunch of anvils there. Now basically what this does is it is a weird glitch with pistons and anvils. When you put an anvil down there and you launch it at some other solid block, it gets kind of glitchy and you can't really see it. So it basically becomes invisible, and it can travel through some spaces that are pretty hard to get to go through, rather than just having an anvil fall straight down like that, which is a lot more conspicuous if you're trying to set up a trap for your friend or something. And it acts just like a normal anvil, kills anything, and is basically like a vanilla/set block and /kill to whatever happens to be at that particular coordinate. Now the reason this happens is I believe that anvils, when they were first programmed into the game, were only meant to be dropped downwards, but when slime blocks were added, it gave people the ability to launch them sideways, and when they hit a block, whether it's a solid block, a half block, a fence gate, or whatever, no matter what they hit, they kind of get weirdly rendered, and it doesn't quite know how to render it correctly. So an anvil that would have landed over here fine would now just kind of hit, become invisible and hard to see, and then it would just fall and still kill anything that happened to be directly below it, but you wouldn't be able to see it. And I just applied that concept in a little bit of way here to hook it up with a couple of slime launchers so that they would fly through a very small hole here to kill a sheep. So that's one interesting glitch that you can do with pistons. Let me go ahead and show you a couple more, because when you mess around with Minecraft and Redstone as much as I do, you come across a lot of strange things. So let me go ahead and show you a couple other weird piston glitches that I found. These next two are kind of weird though, because whereas with the first one you can build it in any orientation in any world and it'll do the exact same thing, but these next two I've only gotten to work in one orientation with one specific place, and it's kind of weird and glitchy. I really don't understand what happened, but it's consistent, which is why I'm showing it off here. If you take a look at this mechanism, basically what's happening is, like, if I pull this lever enough times, it will have the pistons like push a slime block against another piston, and it basically like duplicates the blocks, and they become like ghost blocks out here. And it works consistently, but I haven't been able to repeat this experiment in any other mechanisms, even though I've built the exact same mechanism in a different world, in a different place, and that kind of thing. As you can see, I can break them and stuff, and that works fine, but they aren't really there. They're kind of weird. I can show you how the mechanism works here real quick. This is basically how it's built. I will probably leave a partial world download in the description if you want to go ahead and download this world and check out what exactly is happening here. Play around with these ghost blocks for yourself. But yeah, basically when I pull this lever in exactly the right timing, the pistons like cause the blocks to either like duplicate or glitch into each other, and those stairs there, they keep on like extending farther and farther, even though it's just weird. But obviously the blocks aren't really there, and even though the game kind of thinks they are, because you can like walk on them, you can interact with them, you can break them and stuff, but they don't drop any blocks if you go into game mode 0 with a diamond pickaxe. And if you were to, for example, give these blocks a block update, they kind of update strangely. For example, if I put a block next to this, the block basically becomes whatever I try to place down. If I put down a command block here, it becomes a command block instead of the stair block, because it's not really there. I don't really get it, but let me go ahead and give myself some more stair blocks, and now drop tiles is true, and now if I give myself a diamond pickaxe, I should in theory be able to mine these and get infinite diamond blocks if these are diamond blocks, right? Wrong. Apparently they don't drop blocks either, which is really weird. So pretty much the only usefulness that you can find for these would be like if you wanted to use them as a bridge or something. Of course it's not permanent, because if you log back out and log back in again, everything updates back to the way it should be, and you die. This next one here is actually really strange. It's one of the weirdest things I've even seen in Minecraft. But basically, if you build some sort of slime block engine that like goes upward or downward in the water or something, apparently there's the possibility of some weird things happening with the water. For example, with this slime block engine that I invented myself, by the way, more about information on that later, but it leaves behind some weird water that apparently can't be updated very easily. This isn't a very good example, but as you can see, I just put a block of water next to this other piece of water and it isn't flowing correctly. This over here in my testing world is the weirdest example of like non-updatable water that I've ever seen. Obviously I've been doing a lot of slime block testing in here, but look at this weird water. There's like floating water here, and there's water that doesn't want to update here. And watch, if I put a block next to it, it doesn't update. And when I break it, it still doesn't update. I can put things wherever I want, and it just refuses to flow anywhere. It's like so strange. I've never seen anything like this happen before. And literally the only thing I've done with this part of the world is mess with pistons and slime blocks. So apparently somehow I've magically made the water not want to update, which is weird. And I've had this, I've tried to duplicate this experiment, and it actually has happened in some cases, but not all. And as you can see over here, if I go to a different part of the world and I start messing with water, water everywhere else in the world is fine. It's just that one section that apparently decides that it doesn't want to flow. I don't get it. It's really weird. But yeah, that's basically it. There are lots of weird glitches you can do in Minecraft with pistons and slime blocks and stuff. I am very confused about all this, but yeah, it's cool stuff, I guess. But yeah. Unupdatable water. I don't really know if this could be very useful, but apparently I've done it. Yay, I've solved the mystery. But yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later.